1. Oregon Vortex, Gold Hill, Oregon. Originally this land was known to Native Americans as the Forbidden Ground due to the fact they believe evil spirits lingered on the land. Their horses would shun away from the area and not enter the strange zone. A house was built on the land and has sunk diagonally into the ground. However, anyone standing in the angled house will find themselves standing upright. People appear to shift in height in different spots within the vortex. It's been a site of ghostly occurrences as well, as tourists and guides alike have reported seeing the ghost of John Lister, a scientist from Scotland who originally discovered the area, leaning up against the house, and the gift store has a collection of irrefutably old photos containing orbs taken in the vortex. The location has even been featured in several paranormal reality TV shows with scientists trying to find out what's really happening there. 2. Shanghai Tunnels, Portland, Oregon. In its early days, the city of Portland was a dark place. A system of tunnels runs throughout the city's underground and lead to the Willamette River. Men and women were tricked or drugged at bars and brothels by men called crimps, and then ushered through the tunnels down to boats where they'd be taken to sea to be used as slaves on ships, and were abused physically and sexually. Many died in the tunnels while waiting to board a ship, held captive in small dark rooms. Opium use was rampant, and many people overdosed underground. There are countless stories of people encountering strange paranormal activity, including lights and voices, and heavy dark presences surrounding them. One of the more notorious ghosts haunts the basement of the Lotus Cafe and Cadron. Attached to the Shanghai Tunnels, rumor has it he's a bartender that helped capture slaves and usher them into the tunnels, and now he likes to viciously torment the people working there. 3. Oregon State Hospital, Salem, Oregon. Originally this late 1800s hospital was for anyone, but then became more and more crowded as the years went by and eventually was primarily filled with the insane and mentally handicapped. Many patients were under extreme duress due to terrible medical practices and the constant abuse of mentally ill patients, and the tormented souls who died within its walls left dark impressions upon the grounds. Even creepier is the fact that the medical complex has a series of tunnels that connect all the buildings secretly. Originally it was claimed to be used for transporting dangerous patients. With all that history, it's fair to say that the chance of encountering something paranormal is very likely. Many people who visit the ruins of the buildings and tunnels feel the suffering presence of evil all around. Footsteps and wailing can be heard echoing when people are alone, and doors shut and open for no reason. The cries of help can be heard leaping from the walls at times. Most people claim they feel like they're being watched. 4. Lafayette Cemetery, Lafayette, Oregon. Back in the 1800s, a woman was accused of witchcraft and hanged for her crimes. Before she died, she cursed the town saying it would burn to the ground 3 times. Since then, the entire town has burned down twice. So there's still a chance the curse lingers and burn again. To top off her curse, it seems her spirit is still haunting the area where she was hanged, and the Masonic graveyard where she was buried. People claim to see her ghost throughout the cemetery, walking around the shadows, and at times she will scream at visitors, turning to run after them and chase people out of the cemetery while laughing maniacally. Even crazier is the astounding number of reports of visitors being physically attacked while being chased by the ghost, resulting in multiple razor-like cuts across their backs. Many are still scarred to this day. Locals don't want to go anywhere near this place. Eventually, due to the large number of reports of malevolent attacks, the cemetery was closed for good, and now bears a no trespassing sign. 5. Oregon Institute of Technology, Klamath Falls, Oregon. The old Oregon Institute of Technology, OIT, was used for many years, then suddenly abandoned and no one is quite sure why. Parts of the building were demolished and it fell into a state of complete disrepair. The hill it resides next to is supposed satanic cult territory where regular ceremonies have been known to happen. and many people walking through the remains of the buildings find strange rock formations with animal bones in the center that seem like sacrificial area. There are several walls of some of the buildings left, and occasionally an explorer will find some covered in old blood. Shadowy apparitions have been seen frequently around the campus, and the faint sound of chanting is often heard, accompanied by loud banging sounds. Stranger even is the fact that near the entrance, there are several 30 to 40 feet poles with giant tires hanging from the top, uniquely placed and possibly a marker for some kind of cult gathering. Many people state they feel a heavy ominous presence just walking around here, and the modern ruins are a great spot for photos if you're interested in maybe catching a ghost in the background of some rad urban photography. 6. Crosian Creek Road, Salem, Oregon. This sure is one creepy spot in the road. Apparently a little girl was killed while walking across the street by a speeding car. Ever since then, there have been multiple reports of seeing a little girl and boy along the road. One of the more frequent sightings is directly around a notoriously sharp corner, where many drivers will see a ball rolling across the street with a girl chasing it. Others reported that while speeding, they'd see a small boy appear on the side of the road waving at them to slow down, but he never appears in the rearview mirror or when looking. 7. Highway 101, near Cannon Beach, Oregon. All along this beautiful stretch of highway along the Oregon coast, there have been reports back as far as the early 1960s, of people seeing a man whose face is covered in bandages appear on the side of the road, or behind your car in the rearview mirror. Several people have claimed to even see him in the back seat of their car through their mirror, but after turning around would find no one there. Supposedly the best place to sight this strange man is to go down the now abandoned old highway that runs parallel to the main highway through the forest. But you definitely want to go at night, as day sightings are practically non-existent. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Love all.